I'm in shock. So you've got a lot of the biggest names in the entire WNBA here. You've got Aja, you've got Kelsey Plum, you've got Paige Beckers, you've got Angel Reese, you've got Fee, you've got Cameron Brink, you've got Sabrina. So you've got a lot of the bigger names, if not the biggest names. The biggest names in the entire WNBA right here. And who's not there? It's Caitlin
Well,
Clark.
I hope
you guys
to
have
God that eventually we find out that maybe Caitlin Clark was asked to do this and maybe she said no. Because if that's not the case, then the WNBA and the Players Association, the WNBA PA, and the league, to be honest, continue to disrespect the far and away biggest draw.
The WNBA just made one of the most baffling business moves in recent sports history, selecting Angel Reese and 7 other players for official merchandise while completely leaving out their biggest star. This isn't just a PR misstep. It's a massive business blunder that's left sponsors confused and fans outraged. The league is already showing signs of regretting the decision.
Ooh, I got a question. If you were going to market a product and the WNBA was going to be officially involved in it, would Caitlin Clark not be the #1 overall draft pick that you would have? Well, to the Players Association and the people involved with it, I guess not. And this is baffling to me.
Was this a case of pure jealousy or just a shocking lack of business sense? Let us know what you think in the comments below.
It's terrible business. It is failed business 101 at the highest level. It's baffling. I cannot even believe this. The WNBA Players Union chooses Angel Reese over Caitlin Clark in social media post. It's not just social media post. It's choosing her over Caitlin for something that involves merchandise sales. Are you kidding?
Let's break this down because it's almost too absurd to believe. The WNBA Players Association just announced a partnership with FN Cases to release licensed phone cases featuring 8 WNBA stars. Sounds like a standard move until you realize they left out Caitlin Clark. Yes, the same Caitlin Clark who has single-handedly turned the WNBA from an afterthought into a primetime sensation. This decision is so wildly out of touch, it makes you question whether anyone at the WNBPA has even a basic understanding of marketing. They chose Angel Reese, who's currently shooting 28% from the field and calling it historic, over the player drawing 2 to 3 million viewers per game. It's the business equivalent of McDonald's pushing the Filet-O-Fish and pretending the Big Mac doesn't exist.
This is how much they hate Caitlin misspelled. Very true. And like, I don't know what exact... So one player with people in the seats you don't include. It genuinely seems like everybody going mad about this. So this only...
The merchandise lineup feels less like a strategic business move and more like someone's personal vendetta list. They included Paige Beckers, who's barely set foot in the league, Cameron Brink, who's already sidelined with an injury, and of course Angel Reese, celebrated for a historic triple-double despite dismal shooting percentages. And yet, Caitlin Clark, the player who fills arenas, drives record-breaking viewership and literally causes streaming platforms to crash, is nowhere to be found.
Biggest revenue churner, the biggest ratings, viewership draw, attendance draw, the whole, if it's a draw, Caitlin Clark's bringing them in droves and lined up to come in the door. I'm awaiting a record, some kind of a record rating for her return the other day against the Liberty. I'm awaiting for that viewership rating to come in for television.
Let's be clear, this situation is so outrageous it feels like satire. The WNBA Players Association just announced a partnership with FN Cases, launching licensed phone cases featuring 8 WNBA stars. Sounds like standard merchandise rollout, until you realize Caitlin Clark is nowhere to be found. That's right. Clark, the player who has single-handedly elevated the WNBA to must-watch status, was snubbed. Meanwhile, Angel Reese, celebrated for a historic triple-double despite shooting under 30% from the field, makes the cut. Paige Buchers, who's barely stepped into the league, and Cameron Brink, currently injured, are included too. It's less of a star lineup and more like a personal grudge list disguised as marketing strategy. What really drives the absurdity home is the timing. Just days ago, Clark came back from injury and exploded for 32 points, 8 rebounds, and 9 assists against the Liberty. The game was electric, ratings soared, fans were glued to their screens, and social media was buzzing. Yet the WNBA looked at that performance and essentially said, "Let's pass." The optics? Terrible. Every player featured in the merchandise has the same angry, unapproachable expression, not a single smile. It feels like the branding is designed to intimidate rather than connect. And the one player who does know how to engage with fans, stay professional, and bring excitement to the game? Excluded entirely, let's talk numbers. When Clark plays, games average 2 to 3 million viewers. When she doesn't, that number plummets to around 600,000. That's not a slight drop, it's a collapse in viewership. Any smart business would center their marketing strategy around that kind of proven draw. The WNBA? They're doing the opposite. Worse yet, this move feeds right into the ongoing narrative about the league's treatment of Clark throughout her rookie season.